again. Welcome back to Conversations at Barker. Today, we are diving into stories of us, where we have two of our alumni, Bazil and Joel, with us to share about their life after secondary school. Hi Bazil and Joel.
Hello.
Hello, madam.
Welcome back to Barker. It is always good to see old boys and even more happy to see that both of you are doing so well. Thanks for supporting our podcast and also for giving back to Barker. Before we start, can you share a little about yourself?
Hi, I am Bazil Kamel, but you can call me Baz. Currently, I'm a Year 1 design student in Ngee Ann Polytechnic. I'm also into drumming, where I play the bass drum in the Lion City Pipe Band, a band I go to for recreational activities.
Hi, thank you for inviting us back to ACS. I am Joel. Currently, I'm in my second year of IT Central. Right now, I'm studying a course in event management, High 9 Tech. I'm also in the IT swimming team, and I do boxing for a hobby.
Thank you both for sharing. After listening to your mini intro, now I'm curious to know about your education journeys. Both of you took different pathways of education, with one of you in poly and one of you in ITE. What were some of your thoughts and feelings you had when choosing these educational institutions? We are also interested in understanding the types of reactions and views from your loved ones, and how did you manage to manage and overcome these perspectives?
When I was in primary 6, I played quite a bit, and only during the few final months that before PSLE, I actually put my foot down and study. I got posted to the NT stream and felt really disappointed about it. My parents were also disappointed as well because they thought I'll at least make it to any streamer. Eventually, my parents made the decision to put me inside the NT stream in hopes that I will study hard and do well and transfer back to NA, which I managed to do with a lot of hard work and sacrifices. In my secondary 4 days, I wasn't able to make the cut for the Poly Foundation program after completing my N-level examinations, as I missed the cut-off point by just 1 point only, which is very frustrating. The decision then was to continue with secondary 5 and take my O-levels. When I was in Sec 5, I went through the AE program and was successful in my application after passing the interview. Applying for a course during AE was the best decision I ever made, as I managed to get into Ngee Ann Polytechnic through this route. It's been tough at first learning new things in Poly this year, but as time goes by, you will slowly get the hang of it. Even though I spent 6 years in Barker, it was okay, as I am glad I took my time to discover what I really wanted to do. As the saying goes, slow and steady wins the race.
How about you, Joel?
As for me, I struggled a lot with my academics, especially in my primary school days. I always tend to get borderline grades and just barely hit the minimum. PSLE was no different, as there was a time when I struggled a lot and only managed to get results good enough for the normal technical stream in ACS Barker. I felt very disappointed and guilty at first, as I knew I could have really pushed and done better. My parents also felt the same way and were disappointed with me, as they thought that I would at least get to normal academic stream. After my N-levels, I went into ITE with very little expectations due to others' feedback. I did not have a very good impression of ITE at first, and wanted to get it done and over with. Coupled with my parents' disappointment, all I wanted was this chapter of my life to be done and over with. However, after attending a few classes in ITE, it was actually very different from my initial thoughts, and actually the opposite. There were many engaging and interesting lessons, which were super hands-on. This gave me many opportunities to share my ideas through presentations, and this in turn helped me build my public speaking skills and self-confidence. From this, I gained many invaluable insights, on the events industry, especially from our lecturers, because they come from many different workplaces, which was something I would never have thought I would experience anywhere else outside of education. Since then, my parents have been more at ease and proud of my change, which helps me be more ready for my future.
Thank you, Bazil and Joel, for
Welcome.
both your valuable sharing. Seems like both of you had an eventful journey with many ups and downs. You definitely had to make some important decisions along the way to lead you to where you are now.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm wondering now if there were any experiences that shaped your decision making.
Okay, I remember when I was in secondary 1, back in NT, I used to fool around with my classmates a lot. There was this particular classmate who I used to fool around with in science practical classes. One day, I realized if I focus on class and stop hanging out with him, maybe my grades will improve. This I did, and I managed to focus better and became the top student in my science class that year.
For me, I really had an impact on my decision to start being more serious was when I started visiting the open houses in ITE, the different ITs. So ITE Central, ITE West, and ITE East. During this EAE application period, I actually gained a lot of advice and a lot of insights from the ECG counselor here in ACS, and some teachers like Mr. Faisal, Madam Noreen, and Madam Hei Chin Lo. This really helped me a lot when I was considering which courses I wanted to apply for in EAE.
Seems like taking ownership of your own learning and making thoughtful decisions has benefited both of you. If you could, what would you tell your younger self?
Oh gosh, if I could tell my younger self, I would tell him to be an even better person, listen to your parents, study hard no matter what you do, and make yourself and your parents proud.
For me, I would tell my younger self to always stay optimistic, have a positive mindset, and really just do your best, because effort and hard work is what truly matters at the end of the day.
Thank you, Bazil and Joel, for both your very valuable sharing. I think the big takeaway from this is to stay open-minded to new opportunities, make thoughtful decisions that help yourself in your education process, and also to stay positive despite all the setbacks. In our next episode, we'll be talking about what the future brings for different individuals and why it can be very different for every child. So stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you soon on Conversations at Barker.